What the was that? First of all, the press conference started off with lowball questions from Oscar Willis.
Really, has anyone asked you, why don't you like Israel Adesanya?
With all due respect, what the are you talking about?
I am really interested to see how the shills and how the media come at this. We've already seen 2 hours after this disastrous press conference from Israel Adesanya, the Mac Life, his buddy Oscar Willis, come out with headlines like, "I'm coming for your head, Israel says." It's like, whoa, we're sliding right over the absolute crazy mental breakdown that we all just witnessed.
Are you taking the servants with you when you're going back?
He touched the subject there because I do this for my family. I do this for the people I love, and I'll fight for you forever. I swear to God.
Whatever that means.
Like asking Dricus du Plessis, why don't you like Israel Adesanya? Wow. Like what a crazy lowball question. You also had questions then coming from these like black lads in the crowd who were also immigrants who left Nigeria for a better life, and they were posing the question like someone had to bring this up. Somebody had to talk about it, and they were kind of insinuating that it was Dricus du Plessis. Cool. And that is what kind of set off the absolute and utter breakdown of Israel Adesanya. Sean Strickland, Israel Adesanya thought that they could go toe to toe with Dricus du Plessis, and this guy broke them within seconds, with ease, just like he said he would.
You know, you think you can break people on a mic? I'll show you how to break somebody on a mic.
So here's what started the absolute breakdown of Israel Adesanya.
When did I become the underdog?
You know, it's a pick'em. It's very.
Nobody said anything about dogs, bro. Chill out.
I said better shut the fuck up before I go get my coach's taser as well. Tase your balls. What?
So the question was asked of Dricus du Plessis, what did he feel about the distance between the betting odds being reduced in the last couple of days because of Israel Adesanya's unhinged performance in interviews. He said it's typical, the media can see it and the bookies can see that he's not in the right state of mind to be coming into this fight. That's why the odds have shortened. Israel Adesanya said, when did I become the underdog? And got absolutely destroyed and smashed by Dricus du Plessis. And to be honest with you, he almost looked like he was going to break down right there. It was actually weird. He was confused. He was looking left and right. His voice was starting to break. Then he made some weird comment about getting his coach's taser and going after some male genitalia again. That was the beginning of the end for Israel Adesanya. It was really, really strange. That led us on to the next part, which really got heated, and with the most minimal of efforts, Dricus du Plessis broke this guy forever.
This has been made about culture. We didn't want to make it about culture, but someone made it about culture.
Amen.
The question for you is, I grew up, my parents were in Nigeria. They obviously moved to a country as well to better themselves. When you win the belt again, do you plan on taking it back to Africa again?
So we had that low ball question come in from the black journalist guy about wanting to get a better life and leave your country. And then Israel went off on one. Absolutely lost it. As soon as the word servants was mentioned by Dricus du Plessis, he lost his shit.
On Tuesday, I'm going back to Nigeria. I think Friday, I'm going to South Africa. And then the next week, I'm going back to New Zealand. I am a child of the earth. I'm a child of the earth, and when I take this bet, I'm taking it everywhere with me.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Question over here.
Are you taking the servants with you when you're going back? Are you taking the servants with you if you're going back?
Oh, no, he didn't.
What the fuck are you even on about?
And the thing is, this week he spoke about servants. He spoke about his mansion was so big that the servants couldn't clean it all on their own, that he had to fall in and give him a hand sometimes.
I was brought up in a privileged household, but I never really knew I was privileged because my parents we still had to do chores, even though we had maids. It's a big ass house.
You serious?
You have no idea who the fuck I am.
I don't care about your story. I don't care about your story.
Listen, my father and myself had to wake up at 4 a.m. and clean the banks while my mom studies to be a nurse. You don't know my story.
Amen.
Don't speak of my story if you don't know my story.
I don't care.
I will show you who you are Sunday. So right now, shut the fuck up.
I can't wait.
Back by unless you see. Look, I'm a fucking human being. I am a man. I can cry and whoop your ass at the same time. That was me making my dream come true. Sunday, I'm gonna fucking kill your dreams, bitch. I wanna fucking kill your dreams. Calm the
down.
And now he talks today about his mother being a nurse and him and his father getting up at 4, and he breaks down and he cries, and then he says that he's going to beat someone and end their dream. And if you just look at John Anik in the middle of all that, he's staring like with them longing eyes for the complete black wokeness of Israel Adesanya, and he's like, yeah, oh my god, this is so powerful. And it's not powerful, it's weak. And Israel Adesanya is a fucking hypocrite because he literally laughed and sneered at Sean Strickland when he cried. Remember that?
The whole thing with him crying. You know what's funny? He rolled the clip back when he's crying in the cage. I was like, hey, stop crying like a he's like, hugs me. I'm like, that's why.
So he's laughing and mocking and jeering at Sean Strickland, crying. He's mimicking him. And he's like, stop crying like a fucking bitch. That's what he thought of Sean Strickland crying. Ironically, it was Drickus who sent Sean Strickland into that realm of crying as well, and he absolutely destroyed Israel Adesanya. But the cover-up is insane, right? This week, Israel has been unhinged. The bookies have spotted it and started to rein it back in, and they're like, okay, this guy's about to snap. We saw that come to fruition tonight in the press conference. The dude is damaged, everybody can see that. And we're already witnessing more of the cover-up. Oscar Willis, the shill from MacLife, was in the crowd asking low ball questions, trying to call out Drickus du Plessis. It backfired. The entire arena who were against Drickus coming into this, which I found strange because Israel Adesanya literally just went after all the Australian fans recently, calling them racist. I don't know why they were cheering for him, but the media are going to roll in here and make this about race. Make this about his hardship growing up and that Drickus is a colonizer that came and took his land and everything like that. But the simple fact of the matter is that Israel Adesanya has been having a mental breakdown for almost 12 months since Drickus du Plessis, a white man from Africa, came into the UFC and won the belt and became the undisputed champion. Israel Adesanya cannot hide the victim consciousness anymore. He is breaking down crying in a live press conference 2 days before the biggest fight of his career because his opponent is white. The guy has mental issues like everybody does, and no one is disparaging because of that. But when you go to therapy and you burrow down into your problems, they're looking for the root. And the root of this one is he can't stand that a white man who is not black living in Africa is the champion. That's it. And the UFC notice 100%, and they're running cover. And just watch this video and go watch anybody else's video. They're going to talk about how he was impassioned, how he was almost on the brink of tears, but he brought it back and he is going to slay this weekend. That is not what we witnessed. What we witnessed is extreme from Israel Adesanya. Let me know your thoughts down below. Maybe hit like, subscribe and share if any of this made sense. Cheers.